language only. Okay. So I'll just start my session. And so before this question of how to start the preparation, there is another question that comes up, is when to start the preparation. Okay, so a few of you would be probably in your graduation. Some of you have done with your graduation. Some of you probably before graduation even interested to start the preparation, maybe in your 10th, 12th. So there are three situations or three timelines that I can think of when you wanted to start your preparation for UPSC. One is before graduation, one is during graduation, one is after graduation. Okay. Now, see, there is no right or wrong time to start your UPSC preparation. Okay. It depends on when you are confident about doing this preparation. Okay, but for the sake of comparison, if you really wanted, if you wanted me to compare based on the experience and the discussion that I have with thousands of students in my 13 years of journey, I can safely say that during graduation is okay. Let me just disable the annotation. Just give me a moment. Okay, so during graduation is one of the very good time, if I compare between before graduation or after. So before graduation is something, it's a very early stage to start. It may happen that by the time you reach out to your final year of a graduation and you are eligible for this examination, the pattern may got changed. Okay, it happened in the past. Okay, after graduation is something, when it's kind of you sometimes don't have enough time in your hand, and you have pressures of joining a job or making your career, and your family pressure is there. So during graduation is one time where you have enough time for other things. You can find out time, and there is no such pressure on you at that particular time. Okay, so you can safely start and calmly prepare, and by the time your graduation final year comes in, you will be at a stage that you may be able to qualify in the first attempt or at the most second attempt. Okay, so that's about it, when to start the preparation. Now I'll take the step-by-step process of starting UPSC examination preparation. Okay, so there'll be 6-7 steps that I'm going to tell you. So I'm going step by step. The step one of starting your UPSC exam preparation is, few of the steps we'll try to cover in the presentations itself. Okay, so first step is understanding of the examination. What do I mean by understanding? So the pattern of the examination, syllabus of the examination, what are the different parameters of the examination, how much I have to score, which subject probably have what kind of a pattern. Okay, if there are stages, what kind of a stages are there, what are the timelines that I need to take care of, when the examination happens, when the results come out. Okay, so that's about it. That is the first stage of starting my UPSC examination preparation journey. Okay, so I'll try to cover a few of the things. So this understanding your examination bit, I'll be covering it here only. Okay, so I'll cover the basics, and you have to go a little deeper into it. Okay, now, so this examination is basically a 3-stage process. Those of you who doesn't know, or who just have started, so there is prelims, there is mains, and there is interview. Okay, and this is like in chronological order, that first you have to attempt prelims, qualify it, then you have to attempt mains, qualify it, then you have to attempt interview. Okay, now the timeline. So in January, February, usually the notification comes out. Okay, notification means the forms are out. You know that the examination is going to happen. These are the vacancies, number of vacancies. This is the pattern, final pattern. Okay, then your prelims examination usually happens in the month of May, June. Just ignore that October 2020 bit. It is 2020. The examination process has been delayed because of Corona. So that's what I have written. So you can just ignore that. So for 2021, 27th of June is the prelims examination. Okay, so your notification is in January, February. Your prelims examination first stage is in May, June. Your second stage is in October, November. 2021, they are going a little earlier in September, but it's usually October, November. Okay, your interviews happens in the month of March, April, and result usually comes in the month of May. Okay, so let's say if I talk about 2021, so the prelims examination is in June 21. Your main examination is in September, October 21, and your interviews are in March, April 22. And by May 22, you will have the final result in it. Okay, so that is the timeline of the examination. The eligibility for the examination, so you have to be a plain graduate, nothing else. There's no percentage criteria. Okay. And there is an age limit and attempt criteria as well. Okay, so you have to be 21 years of age minimum to attempt this examination, and if you're a general category student, you can attempt it till 32 years of age. Okay, and there are maximum number of 6 attempts that you can give as a general category candidate between 21 to 32. Okay, so 6 number of time is the maximum that you can attend this examination or attempt this examination. Okay, now let's understand the pattern a little deeper way. Okay, so this particular slide summarizes the pattern of the examination. Just be with me for 2 minutes and you'll be able to understand the complete nitty-gritty of the examination pattern of UPSC. Okay, now, so first stage, as I've told you, is called prelims examination. Okay, now this prelims examination, first of all, it is an objective exam. That means multiple choice question based. So you have one question, 4 options. You have to select one right option. Okay, second thing, it's a one-day exam. That means the prelim stage happens for 1 day only. Okay, third thing, there are 2 papers in it. One is called general studies, another one is called CSAT. Okay, in official language, the CSAT is called GS paper 2. Okay, so this is GS paper 1, the first paper. This is GS paper 2. But for our understanding in the and the normal language that we follow, we call the first paper as general studies and we call the second paper as CSAT, Civil Services Aptitude Test. I'll tell you what are these papers. Okay, so both the papers happens on the single day, same day, different time slots, morning and afternoon. Both the papers are 200 markers. Okay, there is 1/3 negative marking in both the papers. The biggest difference between these 2 papers is that paper 2, which is the CSAT paper, is qualifying. That means you just need to pass here. Okay, the marks are not being counted for your mains qualification. You just need to score 33% marks and that's it. Whatever extra you score doesn't matter. Okay, so once you pass in the CSAT paper, what is your score in the first paper? Based on that, you will get an entry into the main examination. So your general studies becomes extremely important as far as prelims is concerned, because CSAT you just need to pass. Now, what is the difference between GS and CSAT? So first paper, general studies, is history, geography, polity, economics, environment, science and technology, current affairs. All these parts are general studies. Okay, and your CSAT is aptitude paper. That means mathematics, reasoning, reading comprehension, decision making. Your topics like reading passages and giving your answers, all these things comes into the CSAT paper, basic aptitude paper. Okay, so there are 80 questions in CSAT and 100 questions in paper 1 general studies. Okay, now once you qualify for main examination, so then main examination, the biggest difference between prelims and mains is that mains is a subjective stage. That means there are descriptive questions that they're going to ask. You have to write long answers into the form of sentences, okay, or paragraph. So here the ball game changes, completely. You don't have any options. You don't have anything to choose from. Whatever you also need to have a skill of writing that beautifully to get the marks. Okay, so answer writing becomes very important part out here. Okay, now this main examination stage runs for 5 days because there are 9 papers here. Okay, so there are 9 papers in main examination which runs for 5 days. That means 2 papers in 1 day, so 4 days of 8 papers and then 1 day of single paper. Okay, now let's understand what are these 9 papers. Now to make it this is not the order of the paper that happens. I have made this order for your better understanding. Okay, so first 2 papers, which is called paper A and paper B, are language papers. Okay, these are papers which are again qualifying. That's why I've written them separately, at the starting. So you just need to pass into these 2 papers. Okay, there is marks are not being counted for final ranking for these 2 papers, language papers. Now one of them is English, which is plain and simple, that you have to give an English language paper. The another one is called Indian language. Here you have to select one language out of the list that UPSC gives to you. Okay, so out of round about 25-26 languages, you have to select one language. Okay, based on which you are comfortable in. There is no criteria from UPSC that you are from, let's say, Maharashtra, so you have to select Marathi only. It's up to you. You wanted to select Hindi, or you are more comfortable in Hindi, you select Hindi, or anything else. Okay, so it's completely your choice. Your background, your academic background doesn't matter. Okay, Now, once you pass into these two language paper, now comes the rest of the 7 paper where the marks are being counted. So these 7 papers are extremely important as far as the main examination is concerned. These are essay paper, 4 papers for general studies, and 2 papers for optional subject. Okay, all these papers are 250 markers, or total of 1750 marks are allotted to main examination. Okay, now one thing to understand, optional subject has 2 papers, but it is of the same subject, so you have to select one optional subject. So UPSC gives you a list of 26 different subjects, out of which you have to say that this is my optional subject, this is the one subject that I'll take as my optional. Now for that one subject there are 2 papers. Okay, so that is optional paper 1 and optional paper 2. Okay, now once you qualify for interview, then there is a 275 marks interaction, which is called personality test, that happens with an interview board. Okay, now out of 275, whatever marks that you get, it will be added to your mains marks. Okay, so these 7 papers marks plus interview marks, your final ranking, final selection will be based on interview plus main marks. So that is 2025, 1750 here and 275 into the interview. Okay, so 2025 is the final selection marks, out of which whatever you get, you'll get either selected or rejected. When you get selected, based on your marks only, you will get a ranking. Okay, higher is your ranking, better is the chance to get a service that you choose, you wanted to. Okay, let's say you wanted to get into IAS, IPS or IFS, you have to be at a higher ranking. Okay, so that is why marks become extremely important. It's not just get into the final list, it's about getting into the final list with a higher ranking. Okay, so just for your knowledge, so interview would judge you in terms of your personality. Okay, the answers that you are giving, how logical they are. Okay, how is your leadership quality, because that's the job at the end of the day. Okay, and overall fitness to the public services. If you just wanted to have an idea what are the cutoffs that happens, so the first stage, the prelims, it's a 200 mark GS paper, 98, 100, 105. So between 90 to 115 you can normally the cutoff for general category. Okay, if I talk about mains examination, between 750 to roughly 850 your cutoff hours, between out of 1750. And if I talk about the final selection, which is mains plus interview, which is 2025, so out of 2025, generally 950 to 1100 is where the final cutoff comes up. Okay, so that's a basic idea about the cutoff. That is what you need to aim for, target for. Okay, so this is the knowledge that you need to gather when you start your UPSC examination process. Okay, so this is the first step. Okay, now there is one thing that is not, I have not been able to cover because of the time that we don't have, is the syllabus. Okay, so this is your homework. Okay, if you wanted to start your UPSC preparation, you have to give 1 day or 2 days to understand the syllabus. So when I say history, when I say geography, when I say polity, when I say economics, you need to understand what are the topics that I have to cover. This you will get, either you go to careerlauncher.com/UPSC. So career launcher ka UPSC site you can just visit. So just visit careerlauncher.com and click on UPSC. You'll find all the syllabus detail out there. Okay, so just understand subject by subject syllabus. Okay, so that will take your first 2 days. So 1 or 2 days is step 1, understanding the exam. Some things we have understood right now. Syllabus you have to cover on your own. Okay, the second step is doing your NCERT books. Okay, so now I will start my learning or preparation after understanding the examination from NCERT books. Okay, which will gonna take my next 45 to 60 days. Okay, so 1 or 2 days I have spent on understanding the examination. Step 2 will take close to 45 to 60 days, where I have to cover class 6 to 12th NCERT books, class 6 to 10 for these subjects, plus 11, 12th for polity, history, geography. Okay, and some part of economy. Okay, so based on the UPSC syllabus, you will cover your NCERT books. Okay, now why, if you talk to any UPSC mentor, majorly generally they'll tell you to start with NCERT books. Any idea why they say that? What is the logic behind it? Why I am telling you to start from NCERT, not from, let's say, if you've heard the book's name Lakshmi Khan, or let's say Shankar IAS environment book, or any other book. Okay, so Omkar has given the answer base of the examination. Okay, Kushagra is saying to better understanding of the basics. Shravani is saying to cement our base. Very good. Okay, great. Okay, so one thing that I can find out from your answers is that to, yeah, simple language. Great, Parvez. Okay, okay. So yes. Same for everyone. Great. Okay, Zeal. So important pointers that come out from your answers only. First is that it creates my basic fundamentals strong. Okay. Second is it cover my almost 30% of GS syllabus. Okay. Third, the most important point. Okay. So if you are starting phase of your UPSC preparation, you can correlate what I'm saying right now is that when I start my UPSC preparation, there is a lot of self-doubt that I have. That will I be able to do it? It's the toughest exam in Asia. It is being called like this. Will I be able to crack it? Am I worthy of being an IAS officer? I don't know. So there are a lot of self doubt and a lot of questions in your mind when you start your UPSC preparation. So when you start with NCERT, what happens is NCERTs are very simple language book, very easy to understand book. Okay, and the facts are completely correct because they are from Government of India. So what happens is when you start doing NCERT, you start gaining confidence. No, I'm able to do it. Okay, I'm covering 30% of GS syllabus. I've read general studies syllabus in the step 1, and most of the things are given an NCERT which is there in the syllabus. So I'm able to cover everything. I'm able to understand everything. So this is doable. I can do IAS examination. I can do UPSC examination. So once you spend 45 to 60 days with NCERT, afterwards it becomes very easier road for you because you are more confident than before about your preparation, and that confidence is extremely required to cover up the advanced portion of general studies. Okay, so that is why always start with your NCERT books. Okay, now step 3. So once I've done with my NCERTs, I've spent 45 to 60 days and covered up all my NCERT books as per the UPSC exam syllabus. The next stage is current affairs. Okay, now I have to start focusing on the current affairs part. Okay, now this stage doesn't have any time limit. It will go on till your examination. Okay, so this current affairs I have to keep on doing till my examination. Okay, now what I need to do here, so first of all, start focusing. So I'm not saying don't read newspaper from now, but a focus reading, a kind of notes making should start once you are done with your NCERT, because then you have basic idea about economics concept, basic idea about political concepts, geographical concepts, historical concepts. So you'll be able to relate with what UPSC examination is. Based on that, if you start focusing on your current affairs after 45 days, it will become a kind of very fruitful for you, an efficient exercise for you. One thing that I missed, when I was saying, at the step 1, when I'm saying understanding your examination, one other homework that you need to do other than going through the syllabus, another homework that you need to do is going through last 2 to 3 years examination question paper. Okay, now this will help you in this particular stage while doing your current affairs, that you will be able to understand what kind of questions that UPSC asks if you have gone through the last 2 to 3 years papers. Okay, so you will have a better idea of what should I read from this magazine, from this newspaper. This is which I'm reading, this kind of questions comes in the UPSC or not. Okay, so please go through the last 2-3 year question papers so that you'll have an idea of how UPSC thinks and how UPSC frame questions. Okay, now for my current affairs need, what I need to do is, first of all, I should start with one of the newspaper. Okay, I would recommend the Hindu or Indian Express because of the kind of analysis, the kind of content that they cover. Okay, that is very in line to the UPSC examination requirement. Okay, so being a UPSC aspirant, I would prefer the Hindu or Indian Express to read. Now, when you are doing your current affairs, one thing that you need to make in mind is that I have to restrict the sources of current affairs. See, what happens is current affairs is kind of a sea. Okay, because of the digital revolution, when you open your mobile, or if you open your app section, there are too many kind of avenues that you have to do your current affairs, daily current affairs notes, daily current affairs videos. There are a lot of weekly updates, there are a lot of monthly updates, magazines, compilation, so many things. Now you need to decide what I'm going to follow, what are the 3 to 4 things I'm going to follow, and I'm going to stick to that so that I'll not distracted while doing my current affairs. Okay, so that is something that you need to keep in mind. Okay, just to give you an example what kind of a restricting the source I'm talking about, I'm just giving you an example of an IAS aspirant, what sources and an IAS aspirant will gonna follow. So how I restrict my sources, so I'll follow one newspaper, either Hindu or Indian Express. So let's say here I've taken the Hindu. I'll follow the economic survey and budget of the relevant year. So for example, if I'm preparing for 2021, so 2021 budget and economic survey I will follow. For PIB and PRS, so I'll follow the governmental website, where there are a lot of policy decisions, policy analysis, policy, making updates will be presented out there. Then I'll follow Yojana and Kurukshetra, which are the monthly magazines. That's it, nothing else. Okay. And I'm pretty sure if I follow this much consistently for next 15-18 months, I'm done for my 2022 attempts. There is nothing else I need to do for current affairs. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying just have this only, this is the only kind of resources or sources criteria. You can follow anything else that you like to. So you can follow Vikaspedia, which is one another great source. Okay, you can follow some coaching's notes if that helps you. Okay, so it's up to you, but restrict, finalize that this is something, these are the 4 things or 5 things I'm going to follow for current affairs. Okay. Now, there are a lot of questions being asked in my previous session about newspapers. Okay, so a lot of students have raised this query that newspapers are something which is very kind of, you can say boring also, you can say time taking also. So what should I do, sir? I've spent close to 2 hours, 3 hours, still I'm not able to cover the complete newspaper. So I have created this must read, don't read sections for you. Okay, so if you divide your newspaper into must read and don't read sections, so don't read section are like almost 50% or 60% of your newspaper. Okay, so if you eliminate that part, your newspaper will become 40% of what it is. That means you have to spend lesser time with more efficiency. Okay, so that's the way to go about newspaper. Okay, for example, must read sections are anything related to national and international importance. That is your must read thing. Anything editorial is must read. Anything business is must read. Anything health, environment is must read. Anything related to science, technology must read. Okay, but anything related to sports and entertainment other than the national awards, skip it. Anything related to political statements or political conferences, skip it. Nothing doing, it's not your it is not relevant for you. Any state or local news, skip it. Any kind of crime news, skip it. Not relevant to your preparation. Okay, so that is how you can effectively cover your newspaper. Then the next stage is selecting your optional subject. Spend 2 to 3 days in select. Do not hurry about selecting your optional subject. Okay, so UPSC gives you a choice of 26 different subjects which are listed out here. You can just read that. So you have to select one subject out of this list, but you have to be very logical and very smart about this decision, because it will gonna affect your marking in mains examination. Okay, so understand your background, your capability, your you can say how good you were into particular subject. Okay, how good you have an understanding of that subject. Go through the syllabus of the subject, go through the last year question papers, and then finalize which subject is working for you. Do not blindly go on somebody's suggestion. Okay, so this is the step 4. So step 1 was understanding the examination. Step 2 was going through your NCRTs. Step 3 was starting your current affairs. Step 4 was selecting the optional subject. Now comes your step 5, which is the reference books, advanced books for general studies preparation. Okay, now I've done with my NCRT. So I've done with my basic fundamentals of general studies. Now I will switch to the advanced books or advanced material for that. And this will gonna take 6 to 7 months to cover everything. Okay, I've given few book names. This is just for reference. I'm not advocating these books. I'm not saying these are the final books you should read. I've just given for an example. Okay, but you have to go through advanced study material, advanced maybe coaching or learning for general studies after the NCRTs to make sure that you leave no stone unturned for your UPSC attempt. Okay, there is another step of step 5. As I've told you that current affairs preparation will keep on going till examination. So while doing your advanced general studies, you also make sure that you have one eye on current affairs simultaneously. So every day you dedicate some part of your time to current affairs. Okay, so reading newspaper regularly, going through PIB website maybe once a week, reading Yojana Kurukshetra once a month. Okay, notes making, answer writing practice, these things should go hand in hand, because afterwards you will not get time to work on these skills. Then comes the last stage, which is the stage 6 of the preparation, which is close to 2 to 3 months, which is revision plus test series. Okay, so you have to revise based on the notes that you have created, and you have to attempt a good test series. You have to make sure that you attempt mock test on the same pattern of the UPSC examination. So when you give the UPSC examination, you have a clear understanding of the environment, the scenario of those 2 hours for prelims, and then for mains examination another separate test series that you need to give. Okay, and for interview also you need to give mock interviews before that. So this is kind of match practice before the actual match. Okay, so this is the scenario. So you can say the step 1 to step 6 will take close to 10 to 12 months to complete everything. So that will become your timeline for UPSC exam preparation. If you are wondering how much time it will take to prepare for UPSC examination, close to 11 months is what required for your UPSC exam preparation. So that's all about the strategy part, how to start your UPSC exam preparation. I hope you are pretty clear now what you need to do at this point in time, if you are at step 1 or step 2 or step 3 based on that. Okay, now I'll welcome all of your questions. Before that, I'll just introduce you to myself and the team behind me. So I've been speaking to you, but there is a lot of work that goes around. So I am Himanshu Tyagi. I'm a UPSC mentor with Career Launcher IAS. Now, Career Launcher is a 25-year-old brand. Okay, it's basically into coaching space from last 25 years. It is a pan-India national brand, and it covers length and breadth of this country through different centers. Okay, now we basically deals from the UPSC wing of Career Launcher. Okay, we have a separate Telegram and YouTube channel which you can join for these kind of sessions. So you'll get a lot of free notes, free study material. There are a lot of free courses that we run on our YouTube channel. So whole current affairs course, editorial course, there are a lot of science and technology courses we run on our YouTube channel free of cost. So you can join. You can just search on CL UPSC or Career Launcher IAS in YouTube, and you'll get to our channel. Now we run courses called as UPSC at home courses. Okay, these are specific, specialized online courses. We have been running them from past 4 to 5 years. Okay, and these are kind of, you can say, they are the very refined courses in terms of the online thing, because there are a lot of courses that have been launched into UPSC space in a very hurriedly manner because of Corona. Okay, but we have been doing it from past 5 years, so our courses are completely refined. These are live interactive classes. You can ask questions during the classes. Okay, the faculty responds to each and every question. You can also watch the recording of the classes afterwards if you missed the class, or if you have attended and you wanted to revise something. Okay, and these are super affordable courses. Okay, everything that's there in a normal course that you're going to join for UPSC, which cost you close to 60,000 to, let's say, 1 lakh rupees, it is available at close to 20,000 rupees at Career Launcher IAS. The same quality, same kind of stuff. I'll just explain to you. So we call it GS Foundation at Home. It is available at 16,000 rupees. It includes your preparation for general studies prelims, general studies mains, NCRTs, current affairs, answer writing, essay paper, and interview. Okay, so everything is covered. Your whole complete syllabus is covered in close to 12 months, round about 1,000 hours of classes. There are live classes, doubt solving in each of the classes. There are weekly current affairs classes, recording of all the section, guest lectures from the ex-IAS officers, and there are doubt sessions specifically. We give you a complete range of study material in that 16,000 bucks only. So you'll get 11 books, You will get class notes for every class. You'll get NCERT compilation and one year access to e-library. Okay. For practice, you will get daily current affair test. You will get regular, testing based on prelims and mains. You will get a prelims test series of roughly 35 tests, and you'll get an NCERT test series as well. For current affairs, you'll get daily, weekly current affairs notes. You'll get 4 magazines. Okay. You'll get budget and economic survey compilation and daily test from current affairs. Plus, you'll get mentor interaction of 24/7. So you'll be able to interact with the faculty even after the class through a Telegram group. You'll be able to interact with your batchmates through that Telegram group. You'll be able to attend a lot of contests that we run. Okay. And you will get all this access till mains 2022. That means October, November 2022, close to 18, 19 months of access that you will get in that 16,000 bucks only. Okay. So everything is covered out here. Okay, this is an amazing course. If you wanted to know more about this particular course, what you can do is you can just post your number to me on the chat window. My name is Himanshu Tyagi. So you can select from the drop down list Himanshu Tyagi, and you can just post your number. So I'll arrange a call back. They'll give you little more detail about this particular classes. They'll give you demo classes. They'll arrange whatever you need, and probably then you can decide if you wanted to join that. So just post your number in case you are more interested. So this is the session plan for this program. Okay, so there are 1,000 hours of classes that we run, subject by subject. It is given out here. These are the faculties. So all of the faculties are 10 plus years of experience. Okay, they have given interviews multiple times. They have been authority into their particular paper. There are close to 10 faculties that gonna teach you. Okay, so every faculty is subject expert into their particular field. Okay. NCERTs, we have a program for that. If you wanted to do your book or UPSC map, we have a program for that. Okay, so these are the results that we have been able to gather. So last year we have 6 ranks out of top 50. We have had rank 1, rank 2 multiple times in previous years. Okay, so that's all about us. Okay, I'm sorry, there was some tech issue. So now I'm back. Okay, so I'll just go to the chat window and see if the questions are there. So I'll answer, your queries. Okay, so Shubham is asking any changes in the upcoming years. I don't think so. So as of now, there is nothing that UPSC have announced, at least for this year. Okay, so there should not be any changes in this year. There may be 1 year of eligibility extra for someone, who has their last attempt in the 2020. So that case is pending in High Court right now, Supreme Court right now. Otherwise, there is nothing that is going to change, at least for 1 or 2 years. Okay, so nothing is there in works. Tarun is asking, what about Tribune? So you can also, so I'm not saying, it's up to you. What you can do is you can just read, probably Hindu 1 day, Indian Express 1 day, Tribune 1 day, or anything else that you wanted to read 1 day, and then compare which one is working for you. It's completely dependent on you, what language is working for you. Okay. Tarun is saying, sir, after this, please show previous slide once. I want to take screenshot of your slides. Okay, I'll just give me a moment. I'll just share the slides for your reference. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so here is the slides. If you wanted to, I'll just start from step 1, and then you can maybe. So what probably you can also do is that you can just join the YouTube channel. So we'll upload the recording of this particular session on YouTube. Okay, so you can just take the screenshot if required from there. That may help you, I guess. Okay. Okay, so let's just go to other queries from the students. So Nilesh is saying reading from books NCRT 6 to 10th all book reading, sir. See, you need to go first to UPSC syllabus and go according to the UPSC. Not every chapter is need to be read. Okay, and there are a lot of chapters which are like repeated in 11th and then in 6th. So you need to correlate that. Okay, so one thing is that you go through the syllabus first and then accordingly tick mark in your NCRT which are the chapters that you need to read. Otherwise, what you can do, go to careerlauncher.com and go to the UPSC section, in which you will find a section called as NCRT books, how to read NCRT books. Just go into that page, you will find chapter wise, marking that what are the chapters that you need to read in each NCRT 6th, 7th, 8th, and subject wise it is given. Okay. Or else the best way is join the NCRT program that Career Launcher is providing. It is $1,000 only, and faculty will teach you NCRT books. You need not to go through any NCRT books. Just attend the classes, and within 40 days you are done with your NCRTs. Okay, and these are the UPSC faculty they are teaching. So it's according to the UPSC, strictly according to the syllabus that they're going to teach you. So Hoshiar, I have received your number, so I'll arrange a call back to you. Ravi saying how to study optional subjects does CL provide? So CL provide geography optional as of now. Okay, how to study, it depends on optional subject to optional subject, obviously. Okay, so you have to if you're not very confident, you have to take help from some coaching. Okay, otherwise if it is maybe related to your graduation subject and you are pretty confident about the syllabus, you need not to take any help. Anusha is asking how many hours of preparation for UPSC. See, that's a wrong way to prepare. You cannot prepare based on the number of hours that you want to spend. You have to prepare based on goal for today, or what is your goal for a particular week. So you have to divide your syllabus into goals. Some are short-term goals. So within 1 week, I'll cover up this much of syllabus. Now then you will decide, Monday I'll do this, Tuesday I'll do this, Wednesday I'll do this. Now to do that on Monday, if I'll be taking 6 hours, I'll study for 6 hours. If I'll take 8 hours, I'll study for 8 hours. But I'll cover that particular portion that I've decided. See, what happens is every mind is different. You all are different individual. So your capability of understanding a particular subject is also different. So someone can do that particular topic within 6 hours. Somebody can do take 8 hours for that same topic. Somebody may take 2 hours or 4 hours for that topic. So it totally varies between you and anybody else. So there is no right answer of how many hours, but the right answer is that you need to decide what you're going to study for today and then how many numbers it will going to take. So probably create a timetable. So if you go to the UPSC YouTube channel of Career Launcher, there's an session that I've done is how to create your timetable. So your answer will be there into that particular session. That's a 40-minute session. Just watch the recording. Your answer will be clear of how many hours you need to study. Ganesh is saying any institute want to go. I don't understand what is the query. If you can just rephrase it, what you are asking. Okay. Okay. Amol is saying please show step 2 and step 3. Okay. Okay. So step 2 is this. And step 3 is this. Okay, Zeal is saying, do you have a lecture or any material that talks about the categories like IAS, IFS, etc. in depth with duties? So you can just go to the Career Launcher UPSC channel and search for, there is a session called as Decoding UPSC. Okay, or else you can go to careerlauncher.com website, go to the UPSC section where you will find, this classification of IAS, IFS and all. Just to give you a little knowledge about the same. So civil service examination happens for 24 different services. Okay. Few of the services name are IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS. IAS is Indian Administrative Services, IPS is Indian Police Services, IFS is Indian Foreign Services, IRS is Indian Revenue Services. So this is, such kind of 24 different services. There is one single examination called as UPSC Civil Service Examination. Now, based on your ranking at the final stage and your choice, you will get either IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS, IRTS, or anything else, customs audit, anything else. Okay, so it totally depends on what service you're going to get. Is depend on your ranking, your final marks. Okay, so that is why we need to ensure that we score higher marks at the end of the day. Okay. Now duties. So for an IAS officer, the duty is policy formulation and policy implementation based on the civil services, civic duties. Your IPS is so law and order based. Okay, again policy formulation, policy implementation. Okay, revenue, policy formation and policy implementation of let's say if you're in customs, so customs. If you're in IT, income tax, so for IT related things. Foreign, so you have to policy formulation and policy implementation based on the profile that you, the country that you ambassador as in foreign civil servant. Okay, so at the end of the day, for any civil servant, whether you are an IAS, IPS, IFS, or IRS, your duties are policy formulation and policy implementation. Okay. Priya is saying, thank you for your efforts, sir. Very thankful to you, and we can also get cleared about position and expanding Career Launcher website. Yes, 100%, 100%. You're most welcome, and sure, go to the Career Launcher website. There are too many things available. There are so many small things are available, which are usually your doubts. So you'll get it corrected very easily. So go to careerlauncher.com and go to the UPSC. So I would love to know your feedback about the session, in case if you wanted to give it to you, any positive or maybe negative, anything that you wanted to scold me, I wasted your time, I am most welcome to know, so that I'll work a little more on my next sessions. You wanted to praise me, you have got some benefit from this session, please let me know so that I'll continue doing such kind of sessions. Okay. Deepa is saying, sir, will be able to get classes on optional paper also. So we do classes on geography optional as of now, not all optional. Okay, so that is a separate program that you have to join. Okay? Otherwise, other than optional, everything we cover in the GS Foundation program. Sardar is saying, sir, I start UPSC preparation, but language problem. So you need to give me what language problem, which language or what is the problem that you are facing, so that I can probably able to guide you a little further in that. Zeal is saying, sir, I'm just planning to start, so I wanted clarity. So I hope you get some clarity. Please let me know if you got a clarity or not. Okay. Mohan is asking a very interesting question. Without coaching, UPSC can be do it. So, can you do UPSC exam preparation without coaching? Okay. What do you think? Okay. See, I'll tell you a very honest answer to this, a very truthful answer. See, what you need to do, you need to go through the syllabus of the exam. Okay, just check out the syllabus in a deep way. Okay, and then try to think that will you be able to cover that without any help. Okay, if you are very confident about covering that without any help, okay, plus you also have some kind of a mentor, someone to guide you throughout your preparation, throughout your next 1 year, maybe some of your senior who has cleared the examination before, or someone in your friends and family. So then probably you don't require a coaching. But if you're not very confident about the syllabus and you're thinking that there are a lot of things that I'm not being able to do by myself, then obviously you have to take some help. Why to struggle out there and waste your 1 or 2 attempt by just thought of doing it by yourself? Why? If you require help, take help. That's it. It's plain and simple. There is no ego issue that I won't gonna do coaching. Okay, it's all about the final result. Nobody will gonna ask you have you done coaching or not. What they're gonna ask you is that have you able to clear out or not? Okay. Swaminathan is saying, where is our institute, sir? So we are online. Okay, we are based out of Delhi. Okay, so all your faculties are based out of Delhi. Okay, and that's about us. So we are online. So we are available like every place. You just need to log into careerlauncher.com and we are available. Okay. Subba Swami is saying that Subba Vaishnavi, I'm sorry, recording video course is very useful for anyone. Self-studying is useful or coaching center to study. So we have both live and recorded courses. It's up to you. Our live courses are anyways recorded, available to you. So if you join a live course, recorded courses automatically plugged with it. And if you join a recorded course, you'll get a recorded course. Okay. Coaching answer I have already given you. So somebody saying, can I show all slide? So just give me, once I finish my questions, I'll shortly start showing you slide. Zeel is saying, thank you, sir. That really helps. Kushagri saying, very helpful. Thank you so much. Shravani saying, it's very good. Thank you. Mohan, I hope I have replied to your query. Okay. Tanya sir, Hindi newspaper kaun sa acha rahega? So if you are a Hindi medium student, then probably go with Jansatta or Dainik Jagran. These two papers I find, I've found in Hindi, they are one of the best for UPSC exam preparation. So take your pick, either Jansatta or Dainik Jagran. Okay. Okay. So I hope I have answered all of your query. Subha Vaishnavi is saying, thank you, sir, for your efforts, sir. Very useful career launcher. You're most welcome. I really invite all of you to check out the courses that Career Launcher IAS is providing. They are phenomenal courses at a very, very affordable cost. We really wanted to reach out to every student. We really wanted that no student should be left behind because of financial issues. So that is why we have launched courses at this particular pricing, and we are giving everything that is required for your UPSC exam preparation. I'll again announce, in case you wanted, I'll share a number with all of you. So either you can connect on that number if you wanted to know anything about UPSC examination, or you can share your number. I'll arrange a call back. So I'm just giving you a number of one of my colleague. Okay, and you just go through this number. You just call on this number, and every doubt of yours related to courses will get resolved out here. Okay, so I've just posted the number. It is 999-313-4110. This is Leena ma'am's number, and she'll, if you have anything related to CL courses, if you wanted to know anything, wanted to, check out the demo classes and everything, she'll help you out. Subha Vaishnavi asking CSAT course pricing. It is available close to 5,000 bucks. Priya Singh, I'm doing my graduation and I had a very great time today. Thank you. And I think I came to know something better about UPSC. That's what the objective of this session. So really glad to know that I've been able to deliver something that is useful to all of you. That's great. Thank you so much for your feedback. That gives me energy to go a little further and come up with few more sessions like this to all of you. Okay, so last 60-90 odd seconds to post any of your queries by and I'll just probably check out if I have missed any question, and then I'll take any further question, and then I'll show you the slides. Okay, so last few questions that you wanted to post, I'll just check out if I have missed any questions. Okay, I guess I've covered everything. Now, only the new question that maybe that you have asked. I'll just check out if you have asked any new question. Yes, there are a few questions. Just a moment. Let me also. Okay. Okay, so I've answered all the queries. I'll just take the new questions now. So Balakrishnan is asking what books to study for GSN mains. There are books by R.S. Sharma, Bipin Chandra. Which one to choose? Okay, so what you can do is see, it's a very longer discussion. So we have done a separate session on subject-wise book list. So you can go to YouTube, search for Career Launcher UPSC. So you'll find a channel, join that channel, and you'll find session called as subject-wise book list. So you'll get to know what are the advantage of different books out there, subject wise. Okay. Okay. So I hope I've covered everything. Now I'll just show you the slides once again. So that is step 1. That is step 2. Step 3. Step 4. You just take a pic. I don't think you'll be able to write out within this time, or take a screenshot if you're attempting for mobile. Step 5. Step 5 part 2. And step 6. Okay, step 1 फिर से show कर दें, रुको. Step 1. You want me to show the further slide of step 1 also, so I'll just show it to you. Selection process, and take a pic or a screenshot. Eligibility. Exam pattern. About the personality test. Cutoffs. And I guess that's it about the step 1. Okay. So thank you so much. I had a great time interacting with all of you. I hope I have been able to do some positive difference. Okay, so you're most welcome, Tanya. Again, last 10 seconds. If you have any query, I'll just wait. Okay, I don't want anyone to go without asking their query. Okay, so if there is anything else, so you can just ask. Last call from my side. Otherwise, I'll just end the session and call it a day. Okay. Okay, you are most welcome, Sahira, Mohan, PK. Mohan, I have given a number, above. You can just connect on that number. Okay, so that's Leena ma'am's number. If you want, I can just post it again. So for any query related to courses, career launcher, maybe connecting to me, you can just call on this number. Okay, you're most welcome, most welcome. So, all the best. Take care. Do well in your examination, and just keep track of your health. All the best. Take care.